Hello, my Yarnie friends. I'm Sara Sach, and welcome back to my crochet channel. Today, of course, is Tuesday, and we try to have a live video podcast every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Now, they're always recorded on YouTube because I understand a lot of us work during the day or have doctor's appointments and other things where you can't watch it live. So we make sure it's recorded and on YouTube so you can watch it whenever you have time. And I really do appreciate those of you who do come back in and watch it when you have the time. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you who do your best to come in live, because that is so much fun. I love seeing all your names come up on the comments there, and I love hearing what's going on. I also really enjoy watching you have conversations amongst you as well. I guess I'm kind of like overhearing your comments, but you know, I don't mind. Anyway, let's grab our drink, whatever we're drinking, and clink in. I've got someone on my cup. It's a hint of something we're going to talk about. It's so cute, isn't it? I love these googly eyes. I absolutely love googly eyes. Well, we have a lot of things to celebrate today, okay? So, Saturday, this next Saturday is I Love Yarn Day! Woo! Because we do love yarn. I really don't know what you're supposed to do to celebrate other than go buy some yarn and play with your yarn and make something with your yarn, but it is the day we celebrate how much we love yarn. Okay, that's one thing. So October is 2 of my anniversaries. All right. 14 years ago, I started my blog in 2009, and it is now 2023. So that's 14 years. October, I think it was October 3rd or 4th. I can't remember. And that's my 14 years of blogging, crochet blogging. It's been interesting. It's been fun. But one thing's for sure. I have learned a lot along the way about do's and don'ts in blogging and pattern writing and all of those things. So it's been super duper fun. And you know, like I always tell you, every pattern that I write and make a video for here on YouTube, there's always a written pattern with pictures, and that's where I send you to, is to that blog. And you can find my blog, the link is underneath this video. It's underneath every video that I have if you want to go and check that out. If you're not one who's into written patterns or pictures, sometimes I tell you just go look at it, because that's where I put the most of the information. And sometimes I forget to say things. I might forget to say the sizes or amounts of yarn or something like that. And you can always click that link underneath the video and find that information. Multiples, things like that, repeats. You'll always find those on the blog. And so that's why the blog is important. Okay, my other anniversary is, it's 11 years ago I started my Facebook group. Originally, the Facebook group where we share all of our pictures was called PPD, Puppy Love Crochet. And that's because when I first started on the internet with my crochet, I mean, I've been crocheting now over 50 years. But when I first started, I wanted a group where people could share their things. And most of what I was doing at the time, I started it with my dogs. Most of what I started doing, the writing online, was dog items. And I don't do hardly any of that anymore. I still sell my patterns for my dog sweaters and hats and stuff like that on Etsy. But I do a combination of everything now. It's just because it's a lot of fun to just do that. And so we changed the name, I think, has it been over a year or 2 years now? that we changed it to Coffee and Crochet with Sara group. That way it made it a lot easier for people to find it. A lot of people see Puppy Love Crochet, PPD Puppy Love Crochet. They still think it's just a dog group, and it's not. It's a group for everybody. And I know a lot of people don't really care for Facebook, and that's okay. But we need a place where we can show our projects. And so I wanted to keep that group, even if you don't do anything else on Facebook. If you want a place to show your pictures of your projects, and even like when we do crochet alongs, I always encourage you to show your steps and if there's questions and things like that in that group. And so it's Coffee and Crochet with Sara crochet group on Facebook if you want to go and be a part of it. And so it's really interesting to me. I'm constantly moving and going and things, and I'm not one who keeps up with that stuff. And I just happened to get an email, not an email, but a notice from Facebook telling me it was 11 years. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's been 11 years. And then I went back and looked when I got that message from Facebook, I went back and looked at my blog because I knew I had my blog longer than I had the Facebook group. And so I also remember that the Facebook group is different than my business page. My business page is still Posh Pooch Designs. And my husband and I have talked a lot about redoing that and just making it Coffee and Crochet with Sara. But so many people have followed me since I started that page. So we decided just to keep it that, even though I have my logo up there that looks like, this here. It looks like that. That says Coffee and Crochet with Sara. It is still the Posh Pooch Designs page and Coffee and Crochet with Sara. So we just didn't want to change the page, but we did want to change the group because I want you to, like I said, I want you to have a place where you can post pictures of your progress or questions or anything like that. And we do have two really great people in there. We have Rita. She helps with the crochet pattern link blasts that we do. We try to blast out some fun themed patterns every day, and she helps with that. And then there's also Kim. Kim is a dear friend also. I have never met Rita and Kim in person, but I have talked with them so much online that I feel like I know them, and I wish someday that we could meet. I really, really do. But anyway, Kim is really good about answering your questions, and she loves crochet. She posts a lot of pictures, and she'll help you too. If I'm not available, ask Kim or Rita, and they will help you. And they're really great about that. So anyway, I just really want to invite you to hit the blog and hit the group and just have some fun with it. Okay, now. So we're celebrating I Love Yarn Day, we're celebrating my Blogger-versary, and we're celebrating my Facebook group. But we forgot to clink in, didn't we? I just showed you my silly cup. Clinkety, clink, clink, clink. I'm turning it this way so you can see it. And I'm showing you this because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this at the end of the video. Love those googly eyes. Every time I work with them, because I do have something with them. Anyway, every time I work with them, I just laugh because they're just so funny. Okay, now I'm going to move my cup so I don't knock it over. So what we're doing today is a unbagging from Premier Yarns. The bag is open. I couldn't resist, okay? I went to the mailbox. I opened the mailbox, and out of the end of the mailbox, I see this, and I'm like, I've got to open that right now. So I grabbed all the other mail, the bills and nonsense. Anyway, so I ran in the house, and I cut the end open, then I went, oh, no, I should have opened this on. Oh, never mind. They won't mind. So anyhow, let's click over to this other camera so you can see it. It is absolutely gorgeous yarn. This is a newer yarn from Premier. And I got 3 skeins of it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And to me, this is like a pop of sunshine in winter. It's grays and whites and darker grays, and then it's got 2 shades of yellow in there. And yellow is my favorite color. And this is the anti-peeling DK colors. Each skein each ball or each cake It's a cake. 383 yards, 5 ounces. And so I've decided that I'm going to make a new Scooty pattern. I already have one in mind. Oh, there's one of my hairs. Let's get that out of there. Losing my hair. Anyway, I already have an idea in mind. And a Scooty is a hooded scarf with pockets. Okay? And with having 3 skeins, that is plenty to do that. This yarn is so soft. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I've got 3 cakes of this. Let's see. 100% anti-pilling acrylic, light 3. It says to use your G-hook. Okay. I probably will use a G-hook on this one. A lot of times with the 3-weight, I'll still use my H-hook, which is a 5mm, because I like the laciness of it sometimes. But this particular item, I don't really want it to be real lacy. And like I said, a Scooty is a hooded scarf with pockets. Okay, and sometimes you don't have to have pockets, but I've got enough yarn here. I'm going to make a beautiful hooded scarf with pockets. And I think that this yarn is perfect. To me, it just says sunshine in the winter. And I think that's what I'm going to call it because of those beautiful colors. The color of this is called Sunshine. That is right up my alley. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I do want to remind you, if you want to order any yarn from Premier Yarn, if you'll use my affiliate link, and that link, of course, is underneath this video as well, then I will get credit for your sale, as well as 10% of the sale. And like I said, it's not a whole lot of money, and that's okay with me, but it is enough where I can purchase more yarn and show you more yarn. Because, I mean, after all, we love yarn, right? I'm just so enthralled with this particular yarn. It is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't it? Love, love, love it. All right, DK Colors, anti-peeling. And that's a new thing some of the yarns are coming out with, because there's nothing more annoying than when your yarn gets all bally and pilly. I don't like that. And this yarn is so soft. I did tell you what it's made out of, right? 100% acrylic. Light 3, which is DK. And also, another thing that you should always do when you make something with Premier Yarn, use this hashtag, make it Premier, because then they'll see what you've made. And they'll know what kinds of yarns you like. They'll know what kinds of patterns you like. Information is knowledge. So anyway, just that I wanted to tell you about that. That's going to be coming up. I'm hoping to have this pattern ready for around the 1st of December, because to me, what better Christmas gift than a Scooty? I mean, everyone can use one. And second of all, sunshine in winter. I mean, I just think that's just the most gorgeous yarn I have ever seen. Okay, I do want to give you an update on the other Premier project that I'm working on. So I'm going to move those over there. And remember the yarn that I got in this big box? I'm going to bring it back up here so you can see it. Okay, the yarn that they sent me was the Stitch Please. It's also a 3-weight. It is, this one's called Ice Blue, but I was going to see what it says here. This is a superwash extra fine merino. Okay, and I've been working on this. I'm making I want you to see what I've done so far on it. It is stitching up absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be a wrap with pockets. It's gorgeous. I decided to do it in a block style because I was going to intersperse some of the colors and stuff. And I practiced on it a little bit, and I just was not happy. It wasn't coming out as classy as I wanted it to. And this is major classy yarn. This is absolutely gorgeous yarn. And they sent me this whole box of it, and it is just beautiful. These colors are amazing, and this yarn is so soft but yet sturdy, and I love that. You know, a lot of yarns that you get, they're really soft, and then you go to use them and they kind of pull apart. This is not like that at all. And this is another one that if this is a new yarn, stitch please. And it is 3-weight. And I'm just absolutely just in love with this yarn. I'm going to tell you that. I just am. It's turning out absolutely gorgeous, and I love how it's looking. It is a little bit lacy, and it is going to have pockets. It's a wrap shawl with pockets. I'm making this one as a gift for a special lady at my church because I love her to pieces. And hopefully I'm going to try to talk her in to let me take a picture of her with it. We shall see. But if she doesn't, it's okay. I'll show you on myself. Okay? So, and don't forget, when you make something with Premier, to use this hashtag, okay? Now again, any yarn that you order through Premier, be sure and use my affiliate link. All right? And something that I really want to remind you is a lot of people, when they go to the affiliate link and they click on it, they look and they're like, oh, I'm just at Premier Yarn. Well, what it does is it takes you to Premier Yarn online, and then at the top there's tabs and it'll say yarn. Hit the yarn tab, and down it'll come down and it'll give you some choices. And then also there's a sale tab. And if you go to the sale tab, you can see what's on sale. Every month, different things are on sale. And one of the things that Premier does have are these bundles. And it's a really good bargain. You can just push on it. I can't remember if it's called, I might still have a picture on my iPad. Let me look. Because it is a really good bargain to get those bundles. Sometimes they're mill-ins, and sometimes they're just bundled. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to show you this. This might not be real clear, but I'm going to show you this. Okay, when you click on my affiliate link, it takes you to the Premier website. Up here where it says sale, I'm going to bring it up higher. It says weekly deals, bag deals, and clearance. Okay, and they have a lot of really good deals. And I haven't lately, but I have in the past bought their bundle deals. And one of them that's a really good deal is their cotton yarns. And sometimes when you're making something with cotton and you get this little tiny thing, you got to buy like 8 of them, And if you can get it in a bag deal, you're going to save some money, and you're going to get everything that you need, So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there for you. All right, now. Oh, also that affiliate link is down below this video, and anytime I use a Premier yarn, you're going to find it underneath there. You can find it on my in the group and also on the business page. And if you can't find it, just text me and I'll send it to you. It's not text me, but message me and I'll send it to you. You can't text me, you don't have my phone number. Okay, so I bet you're wondering about the googly eyes on my cup. Before I show you what we did this week, I want to tell you, I got I'm going to say 10 or 15 emails, messages, and comments about, I bought my googly eyes. What are we doing with them? Okay, so I went back to my Walmart here in Yukon, Oklahoma, and they were sold out. So I had to go to the Mustang Walmart, and there was one package left, and I bought this one because I wanted to make sure I had enough to do what I'm going to do. Okay, so I already have something planned for our Friday Fun Day this week, but I didn't want to put you all off any longer with your googly eyes because they're super fun for Halloween. And so I'm working on editing a video that I made, and the truth of the matter is, in making this video, I laughed so hard. I had to keep turning it off because I couldn't control myself. I had to refilm several portions of it because I just kept laughing. They are the silliest things ever to play with. They really are, and so much fun. All right, so be looking for this tomorrow. Instead of a this or that or something else, we're having a second Friday Fun Day only on Wednesday. So, safety eyes are fine, but for what this project is, you can't use the safety eyes because of the way you crochet. When you buy the googly eyes, they have this little loop underneath. And this is where we crochet, is on this little loop. And I'm telling you, what we're going to do tomorrow is so funny. So yeah, I like safety eyes too. I really do. I use them on a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I just picked up a great big set of them. Because we're going to make us a big stuffed spider in a couple of weeks. So these are great big ones. Let's see. It says 24 millimeter. So they're like almost an inch. And they're green. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah. Because we're going to make us a purple spider for Halloween in a couple weeks. So anyway, yeah. Safety eyes are great. I use them all the time. But for what this project is, we're going to be crocheting in this loop underneath. And it's so much fun. It is so much fun. I have 3 patterns that I'm going to do tomorrow in that video. It's okay if you laugh at me. It's okay. I don't mind a bit. Because I laugh at myself all the time. Laughing is good. It is good medicine. Okay? And so, but I have a gazillion other ideas for these. Okay? And I even was working, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I was working on a scrunchie. I think it would be so much fun to have googly eyes on the scrunchie. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to get a drink. Oh my goodness, so much fun with those. Anyway, I'll be looking for that tomorrow. All right, let's talk about what we did this week. Well, last Friday, we finished off our breast cancer awareness, and we did this pattern here that's behind me. And this is the Pretty in Pink cowl. You can wear it around your neck, you can wear it on your head. And the reason that that is really important is something that I learned when my mom was going through her chemo, is that even in the summer, when you lose your hair is very sensitive because, or your head, we're used to having a lot of hair on our head. We're not like, and so when you lose your hair, your head gets really sensitive because you lose it really fast, I guess what I'm trying to say, and it's not used to it. One thing to remember, we used really, really soft yarns, and this yarn I used, I'm going to show you, was the Super Saver Ombre. It's not real soft. And so what I did with it, and it's the same thing I did with the Pioneer Woman blanket, is I put the cowl in on Gentle Cycle with just a tablespoon of liquid laundry detergent and a tablespoon of distilled white vinegar. Now I put a couple other things with that because I was washing one of the dog's blankets, and so I put that in there with it because it's one that sits on the couch where they sit. Okay, and then you want to see the unedited tutorial, Kim? You just about saw that laughter there earlier. Anywho, anyway, it's turned out really soft, and that's how you can soften up a blanket. And even I use the distilled white vinegar even on cottons like our bath towels, because it doesn't take any of the color out. And if you have dark colored bath towels, it'll help set the color, especially if it's the first time you put them through the wash. But I also use them on my husband's cotton socks because he wears cotton socks every day to work in his work boots. And so his feet sweat a little bit. And if those socks are rough and you're kind of roughing around in there, they kind of hurt your toes, especially if you got a seam in the toe. And so I put the white distilled vinegar in there as well. And it helps anything cotton, it'll soften it up. Now I realize this isn't cotton, this is acrylic, but it will soften it up. Just like that Pioneer Woman blanket, it softened it right up. Okay, so if you choose a yarn that's not quite as soft as you would like it, that's okay. The thing about this cowl is you can make it in, it will not smell like the vinegar because it goes through a rinse cycle and it gets it out. Okay, so anyway, that was a very good question, by the way, Joe. you do not have to make this in pink. I chose the pink because I like ombre, but also because Breast Cancer Awareness Month is October. And so we were talking about taking care of yourself for October. You know, but there are lots of different awareness ribbons. I can think of the word awareness ribbon colors that you could do this cowl in, and you could also do whatever colors that you want to. I posted a picture on the blog where one that I did with just basic colors, and you don't have to give it to somebody. You can make it for yourself if you want to. Don't feel bad if you just want one, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. They make great gifts, especially if you want to tell someone you care about them if they're going through a cancer, and or an illness, or just to cheer somebody up. Well, like I said over and over, one of my favorite things to do is when someone's going through something hard, to give them a blanket or a shawl or a cowl, and then give them a little note that tells them that you're praying for them, or you care for them, or you're worried about them. And sometimes I'll put just, if you need to talk, here's my number. You know, something like that, because people need to know that you care. Yes, I did make the ribbon. At the end of this video, I tell you how I made that ribbon. It's real simple. It's just satin ribbon that I hot glued a gem on, and then hot glued it on a certain type of brooch pin. But at the end of this video that we did, I explain how I did make that ribbon. And that ribbon I wore when my mom was going through her breast cancer, chemos, and radiation and stuff. And what I did is I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought some of the breast cancer awareness bandanas, and I folded them and tied a small little knot, and then I put one of those ribbons on that knot, and I gave them to all of my mom's friends, just to remind them to think about her and pray for her. And almost every one of those ladies would give me money, even though I didn't ask for money, to help pay for the gas so that I could get my mom to and from chemo and to and from radiation, because she had to go every week to chemo, and then the next day we had to go back to the doctor for a shot, and then she had to go back on Fridays for blood work, and then when she was doing radiation, it was every single morning for, I think, 6 weeks. And so it was a lot of gas money to go clear across town to take her to the hospital. And these ladies were so kind, and every one of them, every now and then, one of them would come up and hand me a $20 bill or $10 bill or whatever to help pay for the gas to get my mom where she needed to go. And it really meant a lot to me. And my sister Lisa worked full time, and I wasn't working at the time. And so I would take her, and then Lisa and I would kind of tag team it, you know. And so, yeah, these ladies were so kind and so thoughtful. I wanted them to have something, you know. And sometimes we just need a reminder. It's not that we don't care for someone, because we do love our friends and family that are going through struggles. Sometimes we just don't remember, or it's not on the front of our mind, you know. And if we can give them something, even just a satin ribbon, having to do with the awareness of it, it puts it in our mind, I guess is what I'm saying, our heart and mind. Okay, so that's what we did on Friday. Then on, on Wednesday last week, we did the Classy Pumpkin. And I did this because I just love this yarn. And I was going to use this color and make the pumpkin. And I thought, that's going to be so pretty. But when I pulled this out, behind it was another one of oh my goodness, I think it's called Autumn Sky. Yeah, of the color fusion in the autumn sky. And so I thought, I have got to make the Classy Pumpkin in that. And so I got a pick at Hobby Lobby, I believe. And I really love this one because it's different. It's got like the goldy orange flower and some cranberry hydrangeas, and it looks really good with the pumpkin. It's not a real big pumpkin, and I don't stuff mine real tight because I want to be able to pull these strings to get that pumpkin effect. And it's a really easy pattern. We sort of start up here with just some double crochets, and then we switch to half double crochet V stitches, and I absolutely love how that works. And I like V stitches because it blends the colors kind of into each other. Anyway, I just really love it. I love how it turned out, and that's our Classy Pumpkin with a pick. I lost that top flower again. I have one like this that keeps coming off that goes up here, and I lost it again. It's probably in there on my mantle because that's where this has been sitting. Okay, and you can make that pumpkin with just one of these. All you need is one skein of the Color Fusion or any chunky number 5. Somebody sent me a message. She's supposed to be sending me a picture, but she used chunky number 6 and went up a hook size. It is so pretty. It turned out so pretty. She didn't add anything to it. She did the pattern exactly the same, and she did it just a little bit because it came out a little bit bigger because the chunky number 6. I want to say she said homespun, but I'm waiting for the picture. She didn't get a chance to take a picture because she gave it away, and she's got to go get a picture. So if she sends me the picture, I'll post it for you. So anyway, Color Fusion is my favorite for when it comes to chunky number 5 yarns. Now I have another skein that I can do something with. I can't help it. I just love yarn. Okay, then yesterday, I know a lot going on in there. Yesterday, we did the mushroom hat. Okay, so every year around the 1st of October, I try to come up with a really silly hat that can be worn at Halloween. Okay, so this is kind of the story. Just ordered my googly eyes. All right, Sylvia. You're going to love them. They're just so much fun. Anyway, I was sitting out back in the backyard with my granddaughter, Zoe. She's in gymnastics, and she's always flipping across the yard and doing cartwheels and all kinds of fun things that I think are just crazy, but she's good at it. And I said, well, Oma's got to design a hat. What do you think we should design this year? And she always gives me good ideas. And she's flipping around the yard. And we have these enormous mushrooms in the back of the yard. She goes, why don't you make a mushroom? She was being, obnoxious. Why don't you make a mushroom? She's 11. I said, that's a really good idea. She's like, okay, fine. Make it white with red polka dots. I'm like, okay. And I did. And this is the hat. Isn't this hilarious? One person said they don't like the dots because they're kind of 3D. And that's kind of how I made them. I want them to be a little bit puffy. If you don't want them to be puffy, you can flatten them out to sew them on. But I wanted them kind of puffy. I'm going to put this on, okay? So are you ready? It's supposed to be beret. There we go. Wait, it's hooked on my ear. There we go. Okay. This is what I am going to wear when I'm answering the door for the trick-or-treaters this year. Because when we lived in Parker in Colorado, I never had trick-or-treaters for 10 years. Last year, we were in our rental home over in Mustang. I got a gazillion trick-or-treaters. I almost ran out of candy. My son-in-law ordered some from Target and had it delivered because I was out of candy. Okay, this year I'm going to be prepared. And I'm going to be in costume. I just love this. It's so funny. I got it droop in the wrong direction, don't I? Jealous? I love it. Okay, I just absolutely love it. So what I did is I used a bulky number 6 yarn because my thought is I don't want to spend a long time making a hat that I'm just going to wear every now and then. And so I thought I'll just get that bulky yarn. I had some left called True Colors from Hobby Lobby, and it's really shiny. It's shiny like silky, and it's just really silky. I had one skein of white and one skein of red left from when I did the flag. And so I thought I'm just going to use that. And it turned out, I just love it. What did she say? Dress as a toadstool? I don't play Mario games. I guess I could ask my granddaughter. I'm sure she does. So anyway, I was thinking about just wearing my pajamas. They say coffee, coffee, coffee all over them, so that won't look good. This is making me sweat, so I'm going to take it off. But it's supposed to be cool here on Halloween this year, so I'm going to wear that, and I'll come up with something. I'll look it up. Maybe I can find a red sweatshirt or something. But anyway, I'm going to wear it. I'm going to have my husband take a picture of me, okay? So y'all can see. But I think that it's super fun. And if you want it, I mean, you don't have to make it those colors. You can make it whatever colors that you want to. I almost put yellow polka dots on it, but I didn't have enough left of the yellow. I guess I could have done both. Anyway, so the video's out there. So just a reminder, on all the patterns that I share with you on this Coffee and Crochet with Sara video are my patterns, my designs. All of them have a photo tutorial, a written tutorial, and a video tutorial. Meaning there's a video, I'll have a link underneath the videos, you can click on that, and usually I put it right under the title. Right under the title, okay? And then underneath that, I'll put the link to the blog, and you can click that blog, like I said earlier, and get all the information I forgot to say, okay? One person sent me a message and she said, your videos are not perfect. And I said, I'm not perfect. If you want perfect, go somewhere else. I do the very best I can, but I'm not perfect. I mean, I do try to be perfect. You know, I want them to be good and I want you to be able to work them, but I might make a mistake every now and then. I remember when I was first doing some videos and I was doing this one and I kept saying double crochet, but it was a half double crochet. And I didn't realize it because as I was watching the video, because I always go over and over and over them and add extra stuff. And when I'm editing, I add extra stuff. And sometimes I'll make a correction. Like I'll say double crochet and then I'll put a thing up there that says, nope, 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 that's a half double crochet. Okay, but I didn't have that video editing at the time. And I kept saying it wrong. And finally at the end of the video, I said, if I said a double crochet, this whole project is worked in half double crochet. Sorry, you know. So anyway, yeah, somebody else said it looked like Toad from Super Mario. I don't watch the videos. I mean, I don't watch, I don't play games, video games. I don't have time. And to tell you the truth, I'm really bad at it. Years ago, okay, years and years ago, we had what was called a Sega Genesis. And we were playing, I think, some race car game. And finally, my son is like, Mom, you need to not play this game. I kept crashing the car. I probably drive that way, too. You know? There are people at Walmart, I think, do, when they're driving their buggies. I'm thinking, if they drive that buggy the way they drive that car, I am not getting behind that. So anyway, I'll have to check with my granddaughter about the Toad thing, Toad guy. So anyway, I suppose you could use it as that. But anyway, this hat is just so much fun to make. And one of the things that's really important to me, it really is important to me, that we have fun. Crochet is fun. You don't have to always be doing serious things. And I know, don't misunderstand me, because I know there are a lot of serious things going on in our world. There are. And we do need to be serious-minded about those things. So please don't misunderstand me when I say that life needs to be happy and joyful all the time. That's not what I'm saying, because yes, there are a lot of serious things going on in our world right now. And things that make me cry. But what I try to do with our 30 minutes, more or less, we're more today. What I try to do is, what you see from me is what you get. This is who I am. I don't play a game. I'm not an actress or actor. It's not me. But what I try to do with this time that we have together, 30 minutes more or less, I'm trying to bring some happiness into your life, help us put aside our cares. You know, we all have physical issues and family issues and life issues and money issues and world issues. They're there. We all carry them. But for this 30 minutes or more or less, we can set those things aside and have some fun and laugh a little bit. And I don't mind if you laugh at me. I laugh at myself all the time. And and that's what I try to do with our time here. And Sylvia, you are right. Crochet brings calmness. And I will tell you, sometimes when I'm watching the news and my heart gets heavy, if I pick up my crochet and just concentrate on, designing or stitches or whatever, I do get a calmness over me. It might partly because I'm drinking coffee also. Because I think coffee and crochet go together. I do. But I do. I believe that crochet is calmness. I believe that it's healing. And like I said, we can set our cares aside for just a few minutes and laugh a little bit and have some fun. One of the things that about me is that when things are hard, a lot of people kind of shut down. And that's okay if that's the way that you deal with things. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that at all. But me, when things are harder, when struggles are stronger, I keep going and pushing harder. And that's how I get through things. Okay? And this time of year is our time of year. So there's going to probably be a lot more crochet patterns and more videos than I normally do. Or, I don't know if more, but just more stuff, more fun, more things. And if I can bring a smile to your face and make you laugh a little bit, you've made my day. And y'all have made my day. I see LOL and all of that. So yeah, I just thank the world of all of you. I love that you watch my videos, that you watch someone called it a show the other day. Watch my show. I love that. Because again, I cannot do this without all of you. You all are the reason that I do it. Okay? So, I'm going to let you go on that. And I wish you all the best, happiest week. And just a really, really lovely day.